we don't truly have a rites of passage type of curriculum for our young African American men. We don't have these things, and it should not have to be, you know, a small group that does it. It should be everybody who's concerned about the future.
Good evening and welcome to Captions. I'm Andre Bohannon, your host, and again I want to thank you for choosing Captions with all the other options that you have. Tonight we're going to have a very interesting program, I believe, and I'm quite certain that you're going to find out some things, hopefully, that you didn't know, that you should know, and it has a real impact on you and your family. We're going to be talking about some programs that impact our youth. During the first segment, I have two individuals from a program called Early Head Start, which I'm certain that you've heard of, but we're going to kind of give you a little recap in terms of what's going on and what's been going on. And tonight, I have sitting to my left, Heather Bradley, and to her left, Donna Shipp. Ladies, welcome to Captions.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you stopped by to kind of give our community an update in terms of where you've been, where you're at, and where you're going. In fact, Heather, your face is somewhat new to me. What is your position with the Early Head Start program?
I am a Family Development Specialist at Early Head Start, PCCEO.
Okay.
I've been doing it for about 5 years.
5 years. Yep. Well, then you're not a novice then. It doesn't take long to get broke in with Early Head Start or with the PCCEO. And Donna, you've been around for quite a while with this program or other programs with PCCEO. What is your position and responsibility?
I am the Community Partnerships Coordinator for Early Head Start, and I'm responsible for recruitment, enrollment, community partners, a little bit of everything. Okay. And I've been around for 20 years.
Talking about enrollment, is there any special efforts going on now to enroll individuals who may have children that would qualify? First of all, what is the age group we're talking about as far as the Early Head Start?
Birth to 3. Actually, we start with pregnant women and we go to 3 years old with the children. That
is fantastic. And is it my understanding that this is pretty much like a year-round program, whereas like District 150, we normally think about schools as just kind of going from like September to June. This program is basically year-round, is it not?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. And I think I read somewhere that there's going to be an expansion to a new site or new school. Could either of you tell me about that? Where is this going to be?
Yeah, we have a new expansion grant, which means we get to take 36 more children.
Yes.
And their families into the program. And we'll also have a new center opening up at the brand new Harrison School.
Fantastic.
So, and I think we'll serve 12 children in our child care center there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 36 new families.
So this will be the new Harrison Learning Center or something like that is what they call it. So you will be a part of that initiative in terms of helping the mothers and the fathers and, more important, the children in their early development.
Yes.
Well,
we're very excited about that too.
Well, I'm quite certain you are, and I know there have been literally thousands of individuals here in this area that have benefited from the Early Head Start program and the Head Start program, and I'm glad to see that you are still meeting the needs of those families and those children that have many needs. Can you briefly kind of describe what you do in the Early Head Start with these mothers and children or fathers or whatever? Can you highlight what you focus on as far as Early Head Start?
We focus on a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, Heather is a family development specialist. You want to tell them about what you do, Heather?
Yes. What I do is I work with the families. I go into the homes weekly, and I do weekly home visits with the parents and the children. We do child development activities. We use a curriculum called Parents as Teachers, which means that the parent is the first and most important teacher. And we do developmental screenings on the children to see that they're developing properly. We also do health services. We do nutrition assessments, vision and hearing screenings, dental screenings, and we overall just make sure all their health and development is developing properly. We do 2 social events a month where the families can come. We provide transportation and dinner, and we do child development activities. We also are focusing a lot on getting fathers involved. A fatherhood initiative. Last night we took our fathers to the Chiefs game with their children. We all had a lot of fun. We have some other things coming up, a literacy day with Dad. Try to get the whole family involved as much as we can, and we do that all year round. Every week we go into these homes, and if a parent is working or going to school, then they are eligible for our child care center. But they still work with a family development specialist weekly.
Well, you sound like a comprehensive one-stop shop, and you certainly are not to be confused with just a daycare center where kids are just dropped off and they're at a daycare while their parents are either at work or at school or whatever they're doing. But you're really trying to make a real difference in the family as well as in the beginning of this child's life.
Yeah, we're definitely not a daycare just to drop them off. We have curriculum that we use in our centers, and our teachers are all very qualified, and they follow curriculum, and the children learn quite a bit in our centers.
And it sounds like you engage the parents to be involved.
Yes.
To keep them in the child's life and hopefully improve their conditions so that they are in a better position to help their children as they develop throughout the years. Am I correct?
Yes. That's part of the goal setting that they do with the family development specialists. The parents work on what it is that their goals are. So if education is that goal, then Heather will help them with that, or another family development specialist, depending on whose caseload they are. Quite often our families will go from GED to ICC on to 4-year college. Some of them have graduated with bachelor's degrees. So we're very proud of that.
So you're trying to move those individuals and that family towards self-sufficiency in whatever it takes for them to become more self-sufficient.
Yes.
Jay, with all this going on in today's life, and I guess I've been around quite a while, and I just can't believe that you can offer all of that for a reasonable price. How much do you charge people to put their kids in this kind of a dynamic program?
We don't charge at all.
You mean all of this is for free?
Yes, it is.
This is all for free.
Yes, it is.
And you are associated with the PCCEO, is that correct?
Yes.
And I assume they then receive federal funds to help to support this program.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, that is fantastic. I'm excited, and I hope that our listeners who have children this age, or have a daughter or a granddaughter or a neighbor or a niece or whoever will certainly get a hold of you folks. And how might an individual who's interested in enrolling in Head Start get a hold of you? Is there a phone number, or is there a place they can go? Or
Yeah, they can contact the Early Head Start office. We have a new office on Main Street. The address is 427 West Main Street. The phone number is 495-5254.
Okay.
They can call us or come up to our office, receive an application, and start the process to get enrolled. And that does start when they're pregnant. They can get enrolled as a pregnant mom and family, and we'll do prenatal services also, and then work with their child all the way till they turn 3 and move on to Head Start. So,
are there any qualifications that a parent would have? Do they have to meet any kind of like either income guidelines or geographic guidelines? Do they have to live in a certain place? Is it for Peoria County, or bigger than that?
Peoria County.
Peoria County.
Peoria County resident is That's who we serve.
The geographic, okay.
And to qualify as age and income. So if you're pregnant or you have a child up to 3 years old, and it is a program for primarily low-income families. So depending on your family size would be, we follow the poverty guidelines. So depending on the family size as to whether or not you would income qualify. But pretty much if you qualify for a TANF, you would qualify for our program.
Okay. Is there any flexibility to serve people who may be right outside the guideline that might be what we call low moderate income? Are you like given a percentage of maybe like 5% of them or any percent, or just strictly down the federal guideline that you've got to be PO, as I call it?
Pretty much we do serve the low-income families, but we do have some flexibility for families that might be a little over income. They have some additional special needs. So if a child would have special needs, we would take that into consideration so that we can get those children into services with early intervention services. And so we do take that into consideration, the entire family and everything that goes with that.
And is this a 5-day-a-week program?
Yes, it is.
5 day a week, and is it a kind of year-round program that you're able to do these things?
It's year-round. Now, the 5 days a week is for the centers. However, if you're home-based, then...
Now, what does that mean, home-based?
Home-based means that maybe a mom is not working and she might not be going to school currently. So they wouldn't qualify for a center-based program like the children that would go to the Harrison or the Valeska. Or we have a child care partner, which we have children at Maya's, just for kids as well. So if you didn't qualify because you weren't working or going to school, then we would come into your home and bring the Early Head Start program into the home. The family development specialists come into the home twice a month if you are working or going to school, and 4 times a month if you're not. And they bring developmentally appropriate toys and books and information for the families that are not working or going to school.
Do you help at all with transportation of those that are in the centers or not?
We do not help with transportation for the ones in the center. We do provide transportation to our socializations. So if someone would want to go to a particular socialization, like last night they had the Chiefs game, if one of the dads and their children wanted to go, then we do have buses that we provide transportation for parents for socializations.
Well, ladies, I want to congratulate the two of you as well as the rest of your staff, and I wish you well, because I know that you're really making a big difference in the lives of those families, and more important, in the lives of those children. I thank you for stopping by Captions and explaining your program, and I encourage you who are watching to call the numbers. We'll have them at the end of the program. Get your child involved and get involved. It will make a difference. And we'll be right back with another segment.
Do you know who we are? PCCEO, helping people, changing lives for every stage of life.
Welcome back to Captions. I'm glad you came back, and as you can notice, I've changed gender on you. I now have 3 men who have joined us tonight to talk about a program called the Head Start program. Sitting immediately to my left is Vance Jordan, to his left is Keith Barrett, and to his left is Brian Franklin. Gentlemen, welcome to Caption. I'm so glad that you joined us, and I'm so glad that you're here for other men to see that Head Start and early Head Start needs men to be involved.
Amen.
Both staff as well as in terms of people who have children to participate in the program. Vance, what is your relationship to the Head Start program?
I'm a family service specialist team leader, and I oversee a team of workers, And what we do is that we recruit, we basically serve the family in a comprehensive family development program.